Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of DETAUX, Designers Talk UX.
Hans Rosling once said, "It's never too late to give up what you're doing and start doing what you realize you love." Welcome to another episode of Crack. Today we have Kishan with us, whose love for visual design and experience in travel industry helped him crack the interview at redBus. Stay tuned to know how. Hey Kishan, welcome to DETAUX. How are you doing today?
Hi, Atul. Great to meet you.
Great to meet you as well. It's been a crazy amount of people that we've been interviewing and we've been talking to about their journey into how they interviewed and how they got into a job and how was their interview experience at different companies.
Right.
So we wanted to know about your journey as well. I mean, you've been on towards a journey from taxiforsure and then Ola, and then now you've boarded onto a bus. So why don't you go ahead and talk about your journey, experience, and how was first of all, how was the company and how was the culture over there? Maybe you can talk about that first.
Yeah. Let's start. Yeah. So I'll just tell you a brief about myself. Right. I'm 29 right now, and I started designing when I was a kid, thanks to Photoshop, Illustrator, and all those tools back in the day. Yeah, that's how I got into design. And yes, right after college, joined taxiforsure. Right. Uh, joined taxiforsure as a graphic designer. It was a two-member team. Because taxiforsure had acquired Ola. Sorry, Ola had acquired taxiforsure back in the day. Joined. The whole team was moved to Ola and stayed there for 2 years, and then joined redBus as a senior visual designer. And yeah, currently here I am as a senior UX designer.
So this was your third company, right? But you started with taxiforsure, which got acquired by Ola, and then you moved on your wheels to redBus. And then, how was your overall experience in terms of when you interviewed with redBus? Do you want to elaborate on your experience interviewing with them? I'm sure it's been 4 years, and you would need to put in a lot of effort to be able to recall your experience. But I would love to hear from you.
So when I was at Ola, I was looking through LinkedIn and found my current colleague. I messaged him and asked for a referral because I was hiring back then, right? Hiring for a visual designer, right? So I applied. Sorry, he referred me, and then he got a call from the HR. It was a basic screening round. Right? Next, I was called in for an interview. Because it was pre-COVID days, the interviews happened offline and in office.
Oh, nice.
So the interview started while I was speaking to a senior visual designer back then, right? And he gave me a task. We spoke for half an hour, and he gave me a task of creating a poster for Holi, right? So while they asked for a poster, I went ahead, created a video or a small GIF, right? So that made me stand out from the other applicants or candidates. While doing that, also maintain redBus guidelines, right? So if you make something totally different from what they can, like a company or a designer can connect with, say a redBus logo with a blue background, right? That does not work. So maintain the brand guidelines, looking at previous posters on Facebook, Instagram, and stuff like that. That's how I completed the task. Yeah.
What was the poster about? What was the task that was given to you?
It was a Holi creative. So just make a
Holi
poster for Holi. And that was the task.
Interesting. What next?
Yeah. So I guess I passed that round, and next was a discussion with the creative head. Who heads the marketing and the creative team, the visual design team, right? We had a good conversation, good half an hour conversation with him, and right after that, he was the head of design. Right? Now, this is where my career takes a turn. Right? Everyone gets asked this question: right? Where do you see yourself in the next 5 years?
5 years, yeah.
Yeah. So this is a common generic question, but this is, I think, I still remember this day.
Okay.
I instantly responded that I want to be a product designer, UX designer in the coming 5 years, right? Um,
Wow.
yeah. So that, that yeah. So
So you-
that's when my current manager, put me into the right track to become a product designer.
So how was your transition? Like internally, you got transferred from visual design. There was like a team for visual design, and then were you moved to the UX design team or a product design team? How was the separation between the two, and how did you make that transition? Like, how did you decide that okay now, or your manager decided upon you? So how was the transition basically?
So the team is it's a one team. UX and visual sit together, and yeah, it's a single team and single manager, right? So when it comes to the transition, as I mentioned, I was working with the product designers closely, right?
Right.
And I I went and asked my manager if, like, I really want to move to product design because I know I can solve problems. Right? The way I transitioned was I was first to shadowing a senior designer. Right? That's how I learned the tools, or how things work, and how to communicate with product managers, all the other stakeholders, tech folks, and everyone. Right? So
Hmm.
there was a small design exercise, a small redesign of a screen which the senior designer had already designed. Right?
Hmm.
So I took a few days and few days to come up with the problems and how it can be solved, and made the UI, and that was presented to all the team members, and then was presented to the tech team to see how
Oh.
feasible the solution is, right? If it's possible to get that result out.
Interesting. So there's an existing screen, and they asked you to redesign it, and then they looked at you presented it to the whole team.
Yes, yeah.
Interesting, interesting. So this was done to the stakeholders or the development team or the design team, everyone, or how
So
was
it
it?
was one round was with the design team, uh, and then the second round was with the dev team.
Dev team. So what feedback did you get from there, or they just went ahead and changed your team? Is it?
No, no. So what I had made was slightly overboard, right? And it was currently not possible to, or did not make sense to make that change in the live product.
Okay.
Since it was a exercise, so that's where it ended, and I moved to product design after that, and
Product.
started handling a different product.
Interesting. So now, see, when you talked about that, you can solve users' problems, right? So,
Mhm.
but why do visual designers think that they are not solving problems of the user?
See, all designers are problem solvers, right? Um,
Exactly.
uh, from day one, I've been trying to solve problems for myself, right? Myself and my team members. I'll give you a small example, right? As visual designers, we don't like to keep churning out the same stuff again and again. Say a poster with a different text, uh, like say 200 posters have to be churned out with different text. Well, the design remains same. Now it's a repetitive task, and uh, it takes a lot of time for a visual designer, right? Uh,
Right.
this I took it as a problem, and solved it for the team, right? So by using my solution, the designer can churn out the same step within a minute.
Hmm.
All the 200 creators in within a minute.
Oh, how did you do that?
It's for another video, but yeah.
We shall get there. All right, Kishan, thank you so much. Thank you for talking with us. In the end, would you like to talk to all the viewers? Would you want to say something to all the people who are listening to us?
Yeah, I would like to touch upon a few interview tips, right? For product designers,
Sure,
right?
sure.
There's a transition now. Um, so one thing is uh, that always when you give out your portfolio, or your resume, keep it clean, keep it minimal, uh, and when it comes to your portfolio, have just 3 projects or max 4, right? That gives the hiring manager a clarity. right? Because every hiring manager is looking at other portfolio. Keep it simple. Even if you just have to share links, that is more than enough. And always when you uh, crack the first round and when there's the design task that is coming up, always ask for a whiteboarding session, because that gives the recruiter, hiring manager, clear picture about how you think and how you can deliver on a solution, right? On a problem or a solution. Yeah. So yeah, I would suggest everyone should uh, uh, do some whiteboarding challenges. That will help you scale up in your career as well as save time for everyone.
Okay, great tips for everyone that listening to us. And thank you, Kishan, for joining in. We hope to have more conversations with you in future.
Thanks, Atul. Great.
Great talking to you as well. Thank you so much. Take care. Bye
Thank
bye.
you. Bye.
So, guys, that was it for today. We hope you liked the crack story. If you have any questions, drop it in the comment section down below. If you like to see more videos, please consider subscribing to the channel. Bye bye. Take care.